Somebody last night just dropped a bunch of these PCs off to me, and they said they all work. You can plug them in and they turn on. Well, I find that highly doubtful. I also got a whole, you know, buttload of various assorted memory, USB card. But if you look at this one, you can see this thing's pretty damn rough. Looks like somebody tried to warm it up a bit there with a lighter. This is HP Pavilion 8240. And if you look at the inside, the power supply is falling out. Everything's just hanging in there. So yeah, I'd be very doubtful that that one would work. This one right here is a Compaq Presario. It's 5000 series. And I like this red plastic on the front of it here. Oh, it's a shame that this isn't a complete case because it's missing the side panel. But as you can see, it's also missing everything internally, and it's got quite a bit of rust on the bottom. So that's most likely scrap metal. Here's another Compaq Presario 5155 Windows 98 machine, missing the front door, but everything else seems to be intact on it, so maybe this is one that we'll take a look at. And here is a Micron PC Windows 95 machine. It looks like the case is pried open, and this one's pretty heavy, so I think this one's intact too. So maybe that's another one we'll take a look at here. And they also said this motherboard here, this is a ECS socket 939 motherboard. And I said, yeah, the motherboard works too, but I seriously doubt that. If you look right there, you can see the amount of corrosion that's on there. And just take a look at some of these capacitors on here. But we do have a, what the hell is that? Athlon 64 3700 plus. So we got a CPU out of the deal and a nice little chipset cooler. So I think with the corrosion and the bad caps, and I'm not going to plug that one in, but I think we'll open up this one. I'll clear some room. We'll open up this one here first and make sure everything's inside in there, and then we'll see if it actually does work. If we can get one of these to work, that would be pretty sweet. Alright, so let's give this a quick once over before we open it up. You can see this thing's just been kicked around for quite a while. Pretty damn filthy. Huh, it's got a game port on the front though, that's kind of cool. A couple USB ports. It's actually not, other than that missing panel, it's not really in too bad a shape. We've got a modem. Here's the back of it here. Pretty interesting layout. And the side panel here. So let me go ahead and get the cover off of it. I see there's one screw missing, so I gotta take out one more screw, and then we can take this back cover, or this whole outside panel comes off, and we'll take a look at the inside. Alright, cover's off. You can see the date on here, September 16th, 1998. And the entire top is practically filled up with the Quantum Bigfoot hard drive. Yeah, there's actually a hard drive on here. It's either 1.2 gigabytes or 2.5 gigabytes. I believe that's probably an AT power supply. And a little modem down there. I see an ISA slot. So, maybe, just taking a quick peek at the capacitors, I can see they do look alright. I'm sure that battery in there is dead. But maybe we'll go ahead and we'll plug this in and see what happens, see if we get smoke, fire, or if it actually works. Alright, moment of truth. Just got the CRT back up here and plugged in and power. Make sure the power supply is actually turned on. hard drive activity light right on the hard drive. Oh. Alright, round two. I actually have two of these monitors, are identical, and apparently the one doesn't work. So this one you can see we got a power light on. So let's try this again. Hard drive activity light. And I'll be goddamned. Look at that, Windows 98. Give this hard drive a listen to. Son of a bitch, it actually works. Alright, just gotta figure out what to do with it now. Next up, the Windows 95 machine with the Pentium inside. And I just gotta figure out how to get into it here. And I'll take a look at the inside of this quick. Alright, this one actually looks really good inside. There's an interesting cooler on the CPU there. I'll have to see what we got. What the actual CPU is, socket 7. Looks like we got some EDO. I'll have to take a look and see what that... Okay, so we got an S3 Verge GPU. And of course we've got modem and a sound card in here, the Creative. Hard drive still in it. This one looks promising, actually. Windows 98. Yeah, that's interesting. So we have something else we can play around with here. This is actually kind of cool. Well, aside from, the outside being dirty, the inside really isn't too bad on this one. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to get looking at. So we have two projects that we can work on. We can work on getting these restored and making sure everything functions on them, and then we'll figure out what to do with them.